Hey guys, it's your boy TG, and yeah, bring it from the bottom. You're locked in to another edition of Goode Got You Entertainment. Across the screen, as always, Cam with the plan, Cam Taylor, alongside me, Marco Polo, the greatest Marcus of July. I'm your host, TG. You know my name, Marquez Goode. But breaking news right before I even say anything, out of Houston, yeah, we have a lot of problems. Um, Damn, this is a real nitty gritty subject, but we have a lot of problems, like I said, in Houston. Third civil lawsuit has came to surface against the franchise quarterback of Deshaun Watson. Three individuals accusing the Texan quarterback of sexually assaulting a one of the three, a massage therapist, in 2020 of December. This lawsuit was completed Wednesday. You say, why it take so long? We only got a lot of questions, but as the owner of this podcast and you guys talk to, and Cam being a partner of this thing, we all decided that under these circumstances, as we did the Antonio Brown case and waited for that to come out, that we would take a stance of not even speaking about what's going on with this until everything surfaces. Because we can hear three allegations today, and I've even heard some air come out via TMZ. We know how that is. There's 9 women in total, but that's a lot to say, and we know how touchy this subject can be. But as of right now, that's breaking news out of Houston, and we know that Deshaun Watson was wanting or demanding a trade. Now we don't know what that may come up to par with that in his career moving forward. But hey, this breaking news right there, that's just a small part of what's going on and what's to come possibly. But I wanted to break that in. But guys, we're here. We another Goode Got You Entertainment episode. I mean, we've been for a while, as always. I can remember the first episode with Cam. I remember it was me, and then I reached out to you two guys, and Marcus said, well, hell, why not? Cam said, well, hell, why not? And then we all come here, and each week, now we added Cheryl, Green with an E. But well, she's at class, and she's taking care of her business, as we all got separate lives and do our separate little things, and a lot of stuff to be done. But let's get right to it. March Madness is here. Cam probably glued to the TV right now. I can only
I am. I am.
in the few. But March Madness, I'll tell you guys a little about it. I know Cam's already understanding what's going on with March Madness and what that entails. But just to give you a little bit about March Madness, it began at 5 o'clock today. Cam, not tonight. Me and Cam talking about this all. I think I said I could say tonight. But today, Eastern time. Basically, this March Madness tournament, 68 teams. Wow. 68 teams all get cut down to 2 and then 1 champion at the end of this thing. 68. You imagine how many games you watch in a year? You got 68 teams going down in 1 month. What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Back-to-back games. These are college players, so they're not getting paid unless it's a scholarship. So these guys are playing to make a name to go to the NBA, hopefully. But all these games are single elimination in this tournament. We recently crowned champ was hosted here in Virginia, the Cavaliers, as we skipped a season due to COVID protocols. And this season at first didn't look promising. And 8 players, fortunately, only 8 players have tested positive, and several officials that's been sent home. But outside of that, tonight's matchups, and I'm gonna let Cam. I'm gonna say these matchups, and then I'm gonna let you speak a little bit, Cam, about what's going on right now for that game. But tonight's matchups to start off the March Madness, Texas Southern being hosted by Mount St. Mary's. Yeah, that's a long name. Let me Mount St. Mary's HBCU product. Drake and Wichita State at 6:30. So that game's already should be under wraps on TBS. Appalachian State takes on Norfolk State University, the Norfolk State University. I'm repping my HBCU tonight, Cam. So even though my HBCU is not there, I'm going to represent some kind of HBCU because I like to know our HBCU. That's at 8:40 at True TV. UCLA, Michigan State tonight, all set off at 10 o'clock. They got the weird times up there, but I'm going to say 10 o'clock. And we know the previews and talk about the history of the March Madness and all that stuff. But 10 o'clock TBS. So you have a night full of excitement. It may not be football from the NFL or basketball may be up, but college football, and we're ultimately everybody from that NBA realm, we see that. But college football has a more meaning than NBA. NBA, they do have a meaning, go to the championship, win the finals. I understand that. But these group of guys right here are playing to get there. Not only that, play and make a name for themselves. And it's interesting because they're not getting paid. You're playing your hardest to get somewhere to get paid. And your natural talents are coming out right now through these HBCUs that you're seeing tonight. And not only that, the PWIs that we'll see play against them HBCUs, but to watch these group of young adults play in this matchup, 68 teams. I'm just saying, 68 teams again in a month. I know
Hey, Marquez, not to cut you off, Texas Southern just beat Mount St. Mary's. So Texas Southern will be advancing to play Michigan at 3 o'clock on Saturday.
Well, we will see that. Now, that's breaking news because, I mean, right here, right now, we're seeing that. And like you said, Cam, Texas Southern defeating Mount St. Mary. I gotta say that all in 2 and 3 beats, Cam, Mount St. Mary's. But I mean, they're no longer relevant in the locker room in their own house. And another HBCU takes the first win. Will HBCU be the one to make the final 2? I don't know. Some people said no, but hey, any dog has his day. So
anything is possible.
You know, Norfolk State's in the championship game. I mean, I'm just saying. I wish that would be the case. I hope so. I really do. Even though I'm a VSU grad and Mark is a VSU grad, I just hope the best of Norfolk State. But Cam, with that being said, Texas Southern, a good competitive game to be the first kickoff for this March match. But seeing that, I know there's a lot more to come, and we haven't even got to the top tier D1 schools, but start at the bottom. They're not at the bottom, but in the middle, the lower ridge of this one. Texas Southern taking the first win. No, that starts off. You got 3 more games tonight.
We do.
What can we do for in the rest of these games? I mean,
well, of course, Wichita State's currently playing Drake right now with 4 minutes left in the first half. Wichita State's up by 10. But the marquee matchup for tonight will be UCLA and Michigan State. UCLA is a program who, if you follow college basketball, they're known. You know, it's a prestigious college in regards not only academics but also athletics. But of course, on the other side, you have Michigan State, who, if you know, is coached by Tom Izzo, a true blue blood when it comes to college basketball. And I've always said, no matter what their record is, if Michigan State gets to the tournament, they're going to be a scary team to play against, not based off who's on that team, but who is leading that team in regards to who their coach is in respect to Tom Izzo. So 9 o'clock, well, really 9:40, which is a stupid time. That's what time UCLA and Michigan State plays tonight. So that's what I'm looking forward to tonight. Of course, I want to see Norfolk State play. I mean, they're in Virginia. You know, I want to support the HBCU. I didn't go to a HBCU. I'm a Radford University graduate, alumni. But I support HBCUs no matter what. And I would love to see Norfolk State win tonight and then just go on an upset tear, just upset everybody. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. Just bring more support, bring more exposure to HBCUs that they deserve, that they truly deserve. But that's all going on tonight. But tomorrow, when I tell y'all, I will turn my phone off at 12 o'clock and not turn it back on to whenever the last game comes on or finishes. Y'all won't hear from me. Don't worry. I'm not dead. I'm just glued in front of the TV. That's it. And I'm going to be in a sports fan's heaven. I'm excited.
If I call you, answer the damn phone.
If you call me, I'm going to say, oh, Marquez called me. He doesn't want anything. I'll call him back tomorrow.
You see that, folks? You see how they do you? They take it right
or how about this? I will call you in between 11:30 p.m. and 11:30 a.m. Somewhere in between there, I'll give you a call back because that's when the other games, won't be played. But trust and believe, when Saturday comes around, it's gonna be the same thing. Same for Sunday. I cannot wait.
I don't know what the heck was in that cup that you just played on the screen, but whatever you drinking in that cup, it didn't even put away. Because first off, put your pinky up, put the pinky down. I don't care about it. But one thing of the matter is, I hope Norfolk State you do something, damn it. It's about time you go do something, and Texas Southern did the first one tonight. But then also, I want to tell you that while I'm talking about Norfolk State, there's rumors that Michael Vick wants to go be a part of the coaching staff, maybe even the head coach of Norfolk State, since their coach bailed out and said, I'm going to go get a bigger and better job. No doubt about it. I don't disrespect the man. You get a bigger opportunity, take it. But if Michael Vick does that, we already seen Deion do what he's doing. And we see Michael Vick go back to Norfolk State. That'll bring a lot of heat to Norfolk State. And they have to be good. I mean, not the first year or two. I understand that. You get in there, people automatically think, oh, Michael Vick's there, the whole team's Super Bowl bound. But we might have lost Cam to connection issues. We should get him back very, very soon. But let's talk a little bit more, Marcus. We see Texas Southern and Mount St. Mary's go down, and Texas Southern defeat them. And right now, can't say it's a tight game with Drake and Wichita State that's going on TBS. But Appalachian State and Norfolk State University tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern time on True TV. Who do you got winning this game? First four. Who do you got winning this game?
Well, even though VSU's not in it, I'm going to have to go with Norfolk State. I just want to see their awareness and how well they can contain the team that they're facing against and how they are able to evolve and how well they can perform. If they can advance, I feel like they can go even further.
Well, I'm bringing Cam back in live. We lost some technical difficulties.
I don't know what that was.
I don't know either. The
that
power technology. But anyways, we're talking about Cam. We talked about Drake and Wichita State. But that game's live, so we can't even give a prediction of who wins it because everybody will go, oh, well, you're watching the game. Squash that. Let's go on down to Appalachian State in Norfolk State. They're hosting the game in Norfolk State tonight. Now, the green and gold, but Cam, I talked about it a little bit briefly earlier, but
I'm going to Norfolk State, bro. I'm supporting HBCUs. I want to see them have as much success as possible in the tournament because I really feel like they're blue-balled in regards to how they're selected and when it comes to the tournament. If you win your conference championship, I truly believe that you shouldn't have to play in one of these play-in games. You outright won your conference championship. Therefore, you deserve at least a 14, 15, 13 seed, not required to play against another at-large team who didn't win their conference. So for me, I want to see these HBCUs sweep. I'm talking about, I don't care if they win by a point. I don't care if they win by 50 points. I want to see them have as much success as possible.
Definitely. I do understand that, but then I already asked Marcus's opinion. You lost you can take difficulty, but we get down to the last game of the night, which will be the more competitive game of all, which I'm not saying that the other games are competitive, but the more the ones that most people want to see, UCLA living up to the hype against Michigan State. I mean, it'll be a test for both of them tonight, and I mean, it could be an upset both ways. I mean, that'll be a battle. First game, you come in swinging. Like, you're going to have to come in swinging both ways on this game for both sides of the ballpark. But I'm going to hand it off to Cam first because I got your input last time. But, Cam, who you got tonight, UCLA or Michigan State?
I'm going with Michigan State. I believe Tom Izzo will have them boys ready to play. Like, they're there for a reason. They're a true college basketball blue blood. And I really feel like Tom Izzo, no matter how young his team is, he will have those boys ready to play. But I will say this, do not be surprised if UCLA comes out fighting. I'm telling you right now, those boys for UCLA can play some ball. I've watched them play maybe 4 or 5 games this year. Those boys can play some basketball. So I mean, either one, whoever they have to play next, it's going to be a very tough competition. But I'm telling y'all right now, I'm calling Michigan State, but don't be surprised if UCLA pulls off this win.
Well, I'll say this, and we will keep on going after I talk to Marcus about this, but I think the upset UCLA. Like you said, UCLA comes out every time. Swing. I'm talking about swinging. They'll try. Now, will the game go right? I don't know. It's TG call. But MPG, who you got? UCLA, Michigan State in between?
I'm with Cam on this one. I think Michigan State is going to, come out swinging. They're gonna be ready to play. Although UCLA, they're a competitive team as well. But between these two teams going at it, I think it's going to be survival of the fittest.
But survival for this finish is going to be the name of the game for all 68 teams, and now it's 67 with how we say it, Mount St. Mary's.
No.
And then you got Drake and Wichita State. Can you give me an update of what's going on in that game right now?
It is currently halftime. I believe Drake is down by a point. I think it's 20-21. If not, Drake is up by a point.
Okay.
It's
Perfect.
hard to, Uh-oh.
Well, that's perfect. I hear
We're
you.
having some technical difficulties, I believe.
But I hear you, Cam, and just know that. So just give you a little more recap before we switch over to NFL topics. Jackson Southern defeated Mount St. Mary's, and then you got Drake and Wichita State by a point, whichever way it may swing. That game is live at halftime.
Yes, 21-20.
At 8:40 tonight on True TV, UCLA, Michigan State late night game. I'll be around to watch them all tonight, as Cam and MPG will. Now, we had a dead period. Me and Cam talked about this dead period when he's not watching college basketball. But his phone is not on Do Not Disturb. But in the meantime, the NFL free agency frenzy. Now, this thing here, at first you didn't hear a squat from the NFL. You were like what? Where'd they go? For a few weeks. And now since free agency has broke open, we talk about just the moves that I've heard, guys. And viewers, if I skip your team, so be it. No, I'm just saying that. It's just so many free agents. I had to go with the more, unfortunately, notable teams that needed something. They got something. May not have been good to some people. But a lot of the viewed teams, that people that view this podcast. Let's talk about Horton Bennett. I just want to give these slide. I'm gonna give all the highlighted ones that I got, and I'm gonna ask you guys a nice good question of which team. So think about this while I'm doing this. But which team that you think did the best or got the most benefit out of this free agency right now? There's still free agency going on, so it's not stopped yet. So just imagine who did the most right now. But some of the notable stuff that happened: Ryan Fitzpatrick, the veteran quarterback of the Dolphins, have now switched over to the Washington football team, which will be the replacement of Alex Smith. But I mean, hey, we all know which way that may go, because Ryan Fitzpatrick could throw you 40, or he can throw you 40 interceptions. I mean, if the man gets hot, this magic comes out. Another one, Andy Dalton to the Chicago Bears. Not even saying that, Mitchell Trubisky shocked to another team. And y'all want to know what that team is? I don't even want to tell you that team, but the Buffalo Bills. And he'll be backing up Josh Allen. And then you want to know something else? A team that I really like, and I'm going to tell you, I got a couple of teams I'm going to mention before I give y'all the hot seat. The Dolphins beat up the offense, and they went out and got a backup QB. Well, not even a backup. He can take to a spot if you want to. Brissett, he can. And he damn sure may come up in the camp and whoop his behind and be a starter. I don't know. You got Will Fuller. They can beat up a lot more security on that. I can't really call everybody that's been added to the Dolphins, offense and defensively. The Chiefs, another team, listening to the damn quarterback, and that's Patrick Mahomes. We got to get them busters out the door. They lost us the Super Bowl because Patrick Mahomes ran 500 yards and didn't even score a damn touchdown on the ground. So we had to get rid of that offensive guard. Even though they got him and got it in the first round, they bounced the offensive lineman. That's what teams supposed to do. I don't give a damn if you sit there and hire, they got that man, and he's the first round draft pick. If he goes in there and it's horrible, he goes. So the Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs went and signed 2 stud offensive lineman replacements, one from the Patriots. We know how they're cemented in the ground. Joe Flacco getting a visit by the 49ers. What the hell does that mean? I don't even know. He should have let him stay there with Sam Darnold and let him see ghosts. I mean, ghosts wherever you go. But then, like I said, Trubisky bagged up in Buffalo. And I get to the question, before we get to talking about Juju Smith-Schuster, And we don't even know what's going on with Deshaun Watson right now. But Cam, who do you feel has made the best decisions in the free agency right now at this point? Even though we got a door open still.
I believe the New England Patriots have did the best this early in the free agency frenzy. Um, they've answered needs on both offense and defense. They finally got Cam Newton some help. And now they know exactly where to go draft wise. And that's how an organization should be ran when it comes to free agency to the draft. You get what you need specifically. You answer those needs, just pinpoint, boom, first and foremost. Then when it comes to the draft, that helps your that allows you to maneuver a lot differently in regards to, okay, well, maybe if I need to get a linebacker, I can risk getting a rookie linebacker in the second or third round, but I already have 2 or 3 studs on the roster already, so we can just throw him in the rotation here and there. So in my opinion, the Patriots have made the best moves, and I'm gonna call it now. They may make a push for the AFC East again. I'm calling it right now. They may make a push for the AFC East.
I understand where Cam's coming from. One of the teams that I didn't obviously land here was the Dolphins being one of them, beefing up security for Tua or possibly now Jacoby Brissett may take the board. You never know with 2 young quarterbacks like that. Because Jacoby Brissett is really a good guy. He's a really good player, good athlete, good leader. If you really want, people haven't gave him the time necessarily to do it. They always bounce to the back of the line and not giving him enough time. The Colts did that. Don't get me wrong, the Colts did that to him. Really bounced him. And I'm glad that he's out of there and get somewhere that might need him. And he's actually in a good, warm environment that he can do what he got to do. Another thing, Patriots, like he said, Bill Belichick said, squash last year. Act like that didn't even go down because that was horrible. But we climbed Cam Newton's back, and I did it too, on the fact that his best performance, which he didn't, as we've seen in previous years. But one thing is, Cam Newton didn't have no help. He had a busted offensive line. Well, not really a busted offensive line. The wide receivers, running back, everything else but the offensive line was not doing their job. Good Lord. Even the secondary was horrible. And now Bill Belichick, never again. Because I guarantee when Brady first started, they had that off season. They had that one season they said it's horrible, scratch it. And then after that, Bill Belichick built a dynasty like no other.
Mm-hmm.
I think Bill Belichick's about to be on the rise again. I think he's growing. I think he's about to grow right back up. They went on the decline, and then they're back on the growing phase. And that's what they're going to do with Patriots. And I think, like you said, AFC is powerful because they got a bunch of like no-name, well, I hate to say no-name teams, but no-name or lower-scale teams come up and be high now. They will be one of them teams in that conversation throughout this season. So far as the Dolphins may make the playoffs. They may not. Now, Kim, don't get me wrong when I say this, but I think they will make the playoffs. They'll get scratched the first game because of their no experience at this point, and they would unfortunately play a New England Patriots going the first week of the playoffs, and they'll get scratched easily because Bill Belichick's going to have a fire like no other, and he's putting gasoline on it as we speak. I knew it won't be for so long for the Patriots, at least 1 or 2 seasons. I'm kind of. I don't know about Cam Newton. I'm hoping he do good. I hope he do great success. Whoever the hell their backup is, please get ready because they might throw you in the game at any point. I'm just saying, Cam. They might just throw you in the game.
You have no faith in Cam. Whoa, Cam.
That's about a bum. See, I know what's going on in your losing corner, Cam, but you no. But Marcus, who do you think in your free agency frenzy right now, with the door still open, who do you think made the most progress for their team?
The New England Patriots made the most progress in free agency because when you look at, you mentioned Cam Newton, he didn't really have that much help last season. Last season, the New England Patriots, they ended the season, I believe, 8-8. But this year, Bill Belichick said, "Oh, we got that stimulus check. Let's go get."
They get some receivers.
Stimmy Turner, yes sir.
They got Kendrick Bourne. Then, not to mention, you still got Julian Edelman. You still got N'Keal Harry. That's 4 dual threat weapons that Cam Newton can use around. And alongside on defense, you signed Matthew Judon to a 4-year deal worth 56
Mm-hmm.
which is an average of 14 mil per year. So how the New England Patriots is looking right now, they could be a dangerous playoff contender, like we used to see.
We definitely will. But two more quick questions before we gotta go. Not even that. We talked about a little bit of NBA as well. We only got a couple teams to talk about with their hot topics. But Cam, I'm gonna give this to you, and then Marcus, I'm gonna give you Russell. But Cam, where the hell can you see Juju Smith-Schuster? Schuster going to in the
Honestly, I have him going to Dancing with the Stars All Stars.
wait, what? No, time out, Cam. I said somewhere in the NFL. I didn't say dance with the damn stars. I can go on there. I can cut a rug.
I'm just saying. I think Juju had more dance moves than he did touchdowns last year, bro. That's all I'm saying. For someone who had spoke so highly of himself once AB left, you would think, oh, maybe he's gonna, produce. In my opinion, and I'm not even a Pittsburgh fan, he is yet to produce. At best, Juju he's a number 2 at best. When he was number 1, I'm not saying he got locked down, but Claypool had a better year than he did this year. To be honest with you guys, he had a much better year than he did. So, in my opinion, I feel like this will sound crazy. The Jets. Like I've seen reports where he could possibly go to New York, and you know what? Good for him. I don't want to see him in a Giants uniform. I really don't. But if he wants to go to the Jets, by all means, adios, mi amigo. I don't care. Go.
I understand. Marcus, what do you think Juju Smith-Schuster could look?
I think a good fit, in my opinion, for Juju Smith-Schuster would be the Miami Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
Because let's be realistic, Will Fuller, he's a good receiver when he's healthy, but the major concern obviously is injuries. So with Juju Smith-Schuster being in the mix, that could help Tua a lot more, alongside with Devontae Parker and Mike Gesicki, the tight end.
Definitely on that. I do understand that. I think he will land there, or I think potential 49ers. Building that young offense, possibly go there. We will see if that would happen. And our next thing, Russell Wilson. I think he's staying in Seattle. I don't even want to talk about this. We talked about it too much. I think Russell's going to stay put. We don't know what's going on with Deshaun Watson. They did trade. Houston got a hold of Tyrod Taylor, but we got to see how this thing pan out with the civil lawsuits for Deshaun. And I think that's what's holding them up in Houston right now, as we get playing this season. But another thing, Cam, let's talk about a little bit of NBA before we go. We got a minute left, and we will cut this one. But the Mavericks and the Clippers played the other night. Clippers got busted, 105-98. Luka Doncic, 42 points, banging on Paul George, and I'm a Clippers fan. Yeah. But Cam, take this thing right here, Luka Doncic. Well, tell me something about him. You got it.
Luka, honestly, is probably one of the best players in the league right now. And that's just me being as respectful as possible. There's not many players can do what Luka can do. There's not many people living up to the Luka hype. In my opinion, Luka, he's top 5. Honestly, top 5 right now currently in the league. And if you have any luck stopping him, hey, by all means do it. But I have yet to see anybody slow him down. Well, no one's going to stop him. Maybe slow him down, but stopping? Nah, no, nowhere near it.
I understand.
Not at all.
One thing I want to ask you, Cam, what's going on with that update of that game, if you know?
Let me see. Because it's actually at halftime, I believe.
It probably still is halftime throughout the last 15
Let me
minutes.
see. Because I definitely changed it to the NIT game. NIT first round. North Carolina State's winning 33-22. They're beating Davidson with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. And the Drake and Wichita State game is still at halftime. Wichita State is up by 1 point, 21-20.
Well, Cam, you know what time it is. It's Cam's Corner.
The best time. The best time, Cam. Whoa, Cam. All right, for this segment of Cam's Corner, right, I'm going to do some positivity. You know what I'm saying? So what I have here is John Wooden's 7-point creed, okay? Just hear me out. Number 1 on the list, be true to yourself, okay? Number 2, make each day your masterpiece. Number 3, help others. Number 4, drink deeply from books, especially the Bible. Number 5, make friendship a fine art. Number 6, build a shelter against a rainy day. And finally, number 7, wake up, Marquez. I know you want to hear this knowledge. Wake up. Number 7, finally, pray for guidance and give thanks for your blessings every day. One more time. This is very important. Pray for guidance and give thanks for your blessings every day. And those were John Wooden's 7-point creed. If you don't know who John Wooden is, he was arguably the best coach in college basketball of all time. Humanitarian, great man, great guy. But that's all for Cam's Corner. That's all I got today for y'all.
I heard about one reason why, and I was asleep after that, and then I heard the 7. But I mean, hey, Cam.
You're disrespectful. You're disrespectful, bro. You are disrespectful.
I mean, I heard all the points in my dreams with Chiefs and Cowboys riding around. And the thunderstorm is over here, Cam. It's really raining. Everything.
So disrespectful. So disrespectful.
But back to GGE. Welcome back, guys. Cam's Corner was so doggone delusional. I don't even know what happened. I was
delusional. That was some good positivity, some much needed positivity. And you saying it's delusional. Oh my gosh. Drug test immediately. Immediately.
I take that to heart. I do like them 7 points. I'm actually get you to text it to me. Don't text it to me. Take a picture of it. But it's the modern day technology. Don't write stuff down no more. You just text it to me in a picture. I'll get it. Hashtag me on Twitter. I don't know. What? Again, Texas Southern defeated Mount St. Mary's. Drake and Wichita State going on live. Appalachian State, Norfolk State going down later in the few. UCLA, Michigan State, late night game. I'll be asleep. I gotta work tomorrow. But I'll find out the information the next day. But one thing I do want to tell you guys before we pop up out here, it's been a short night, but one thing is about tonight is that we're splitting tonight with a podcast Monday. Because of March Madness,
maybe
a whole lot more. You will see us almost twice weekly, Monday and Thursday. It may be more than Monday and Thursday. If it flops around with better games, we will be in that kind of fashion. We'll be updating you with a lot. Hell, we might even think about doing a podcast in the noon time, 12, 1 o'clock area where we catch you at your lunch break so we can let you know what the hell's going on in sports. That'll be more of Cam's Corner. I'll be here because I know I got to have myself and tell Cam to be so damn disrespectful on everything what Cam does. You know how I am, Cam. Much love to you. But I'm just saying, you know how I am, brother. Also, we got some
Extremely
special
disrespectful.
coming to you on Saturday. Don't even worry about what it is. Just sit back and relax, and you'll just see. And we'll do it then. Cam, welcome to the Front Row Sports family.
Yes, sir.
That's the news that I wanted to break, but I ain't want to throw it over Jessica. Jessica came on the show and cussed me out like a dog. But Cam's a part of Front Row. I'm gonna call it Front Row. Working a long time of friendship, rough riders to Front Row to you guys entertainment to wherever the hell else we'd have been at, Chesterfield County, everywhere. I mean, what's next? But
Honestly,
we got a lot done in a little bit of time. I thought it would be a little bit longer than that, but we rolled it tonight.
we did.
We got storms over here, and we got rain, thunderstorm, and lightning outside right now. I literally probably watch the podcast and hear the storm raining in our background. I hope we don't lose power throughout the show.
Who you telling?
I hope it'll be a long night. But again, got 4 games tonight. One team is already knocked out, so it was 68 teams, and now said that pretty fast because it's 67 now, and it's about to be 66 after we get off the podcast. But enjoy your 4 games. Well, 3 games tonight that you'll watch because you're probably watching the show and didn't get to see the games. But we'll be back Monday night. We'll be doing that, and we will be coming on throughout the week as Monday and Thursday. And again, across the screen from me is Cam with the plan. Cam Taylor across from me right here, my other co-host Marcus Ojalayo, and I'm your host Marquez Goode, saying not only remember that moments of opportunity is created in chaos. So right now we're in chaotic times. Get your opportunity. Start sitting on your ass and do something. But guys, be blessed. Save the rest. We out. Peace, guys.